We're back and right on time. This crew has been really good so far. Today, informing us of what's happening on the road, it's Austin's celebrity comic, Mike Eaton. Good morning, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Good morning. How are y'all doing this morning?
We're okay, and I really appreciate it too because it's 9 o'clock our time, but you've crossed over the line. It's 8 a.m. for you where you are. And
you sure is.
Oh, they went across the Great Divide or whatever?
They did go across the Great Divide. You guys are calling it. So what's the we were talking to you guys yesterday because it's Darian, right? Did I get the name right?
Yeah.
Darian is bicycling, and you and Dean are in the follow van. Any good?
We are.
And Darian is trying to make it all the way from Austin to Las Vegas for Skankfest. Skankfest is a festival run by a lot of friends of the show. Just to make it simple for a lot of you out there, you know Big J. Okerson, you know Dan Soder has been on the show a lot. It's that gang of guys. And so here's a question I have for you. Anything happened in the last 24 hours that's going to get our attention?
Well, I found a massage parlor in Clovis, New Mexico that may have been above or not above board.
Now, when you say may have been above or not above, were you guys partaking in massages in Clovis, New Mexico?
I am the only single one, so I was the only one brave enough to go in.
Okay, so this was literally just for fun. You guys were like, holy crap, why is there a massage parlor? I mean, Clovis is not exactly known for its spa scene.
Right.
Both of the places that we stopped during the day to restock on, like we were getting like some more water bottles and we were getting some snacks, and both of the places that we stopped, the people working there told us to get out of Clovis quickly.
Wow.
So we were like, oh, wow, even the locals are like, hey, leave. This is not a place to be. And Darian we were a day ahead on schedule, so he's really been grinding. And me and Dean in the follow car got this idea, let's find our boy a massage.
Right.
So we're literally just looking for a massage person. So I typed in on Google, and the only one opened was called Asian Massage.
Well,
and, well, it was great.
Did you go in?
I did.
I heard that chuckle makes me think, how was the massage?
Terrific. Terrific. About 6 minutes long.
So you worked out some of those kinks in your calf or whatever?
Yeah, man, my neck was killing me, and she just worked it great.
Hey, was it really a happy ending massage parlor?
Dude, I swear on my life.
So was there even any pretense of a massage, or did you get in there and then just some lady put on a rubber glove and got to work?
It was a massage, and what was great is she actually didn't speak any English, so all of this happened via a translator app on the phone. So
That's hot. That is hot. I've always wanted that.
Please tell me you screen capped all that stuff.
I'm pretty sure it's all completely legal, so definitely.
Oh, I'm sure it's completely legal. Did she, at some point in the massage, say, is there anything else I can do for you? That's what we hear as one of the tells, or was there something else that happened? Or did she just reach?
Dude, it feels ridiculous, but while we were talking and she would show me the phone that said it was how much it was, she then just pantomimed like she was kind of pumping a bike or something.
Right.
And I said yes. So,
Well, you didn't want to be impolite. You were taught if you're in somebody's house and they offer, it's polite to accept whether you wanted it or not.
I don't know how things work in Clovis, and that just seemed like within Clovis.
Do as the Clovidians do.
Exactly.
Now, this is odd because you guys are actually making a film. You can technically, under the rules of the IRS, I believe, you can write off that HJ.
No way.
Yeah, you just have to put that down as a production cost.
I think you depreciate it over 5 years.
Yeah,
or
you can't
something
depreciate
like
your HJ. I think that's what it is. 5 years, or maybe it's an immediate write down.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
So, what is what is the going rate in Clovis, New Mexico, for a slightly uncomfortable, also funny HJ?
It was all in with tip $100.
Okay. I hope you tipped well. We got to have living wages here.
Yeah, I mean, I also like.
You're not a monster.
I'm not a monster, but also just given like the economy, in Clovis, gas is still only 25 cents a gallon. So I think that $100 probably went pretty far.
I'm gonna say $100 for. I mean, it seems like a pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty good rate.
That's a small town rate.
We're over here on we're situated on Runberg and St. John's, and that you can get 20 of those for $100 around here.
Oh, for sure. But you're going to be missing some fingers.
You are, or they will?
They are, yeah.
Isn't that just like missing teeth? It feels better somehow? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Back to your charity ride. So, are you guys now? Have you sent the other? Is that why we're only hearing from you? Did you send the other guys on, and you've decided you're going to stay living in Clovis, New Mexico until the money runs out?
Life. The good life, baby.
No, I've accidentally. So I didn't know that we had packed all of the food for the whole trip already.
Oh.
I thought that this was just the food. So I'm a fat guy, and I've been eating, and, I get nervous watching Darian almost get hit by cars. I'm a stress eater. So I ate all of our food, and now they're mad at me. So I've been kicked out to sleeping in the follow car.
Really?
This is like one of those old Westerns in a wagon train, and John Wayne and one of the guys eats all the food from the chuck wagon.
Yeah, remember when they stole it? Remember in 1883 when the couple of immigrants, they steal a bag of grain and then they're left to be killed.
Right.
That's what you're being left to be killed by the Clavidians.
Yeah, that's essentially what's happening. They're they're not stoked about it, but I mean we should be good. We're figuring it out. We put up a GoFundMe so that I can try and replace the food. I spent all my money at the massage parlor. I've been back 4 times.
So if people want to follow along, never going to make it. Never going to make it. You can actually find a link right now in our Instagram stories, Matt and Bob FM. In the Instagram stories, there's a quick link there, and they can follow along. And I'm assuming that you even have a link to the GoFundMe in your Instagram bio, right?
We do, and we've got some fun stuff. In bike terms, we had an interesting day yesterday. One of the wheels on one of Darian's bikes warped, so we had to do a change out on bikes. And we have our one of the cycling endurance champions, Shane Trotter, is our coach on this. So he's coaching us on Instagram Live through us trying to fix brakes and tires at a gas station rest stop on Route 66. I mean, it's kind of cool to follow along. There's some interesting stuff happening, and we're documenting all of it.
Sure, and if anybody wants to, if you want to follow along, if you've got any tips on brakes, wheels, or HJs, just reach out. I'm sure the gang would love to hear it.
All of that would be much appreciated.
Your parents are so proud of you, Mike. You really made it.
Look, Ma, I did it.
Thanks, man. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow, okay?
Well, thank you guys so much. We'll talk in tomorrow. Take care.
All right, be good. Be safe.
The road. I miss the road.
Do you miss the road?
What is this?
This is a little something new. It's too much time on my hands, which I thought would be fun.
Yeah, our friends from Styx.
What?
Oh, you know what? It's actually, what do you call it? Toxic Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Let's just make the pivot. Do you have a Toxic Tuesday sounder?
Do I? Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, straight into Toxic Tuesday. Let's do it. To it, Mountain Dew it.
Toxic Tuesday, my favorite day of the week because we all get to be a little toxic, which I know it's all inside of you somewhere, and you're all playing nice. Today, I wanted to bring up a news headline that I think went around everywhere. I think we all saw the video of Lauren Boebert. If you're not aware of who Lauren Boebert is, Lauren Boebert.
She's a politician.
I accidentally almost said Boebert. But yeah, she is a Republican politician. And I was just reading an article here where she dumped that boyfriend that she was groping on.
Oh, she did?
And she's not dating any more Democrats, she said. But she was caught in a theater along with the sweet, sweet young innocent children groping and getting a little frisky with her date, as the movie Beetlejuice is one to do to all
No, it
of
was a
us.
play. It was a Broadway.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was on Broadway.
That's even
It
hotter.
was a Broadway show. It's a hard ticket to get.
And I think a lot of people were really getting angry at her and were up in arms. It's just not the time and place. So the question I wanted to ask for couples, I'm not even sure how old Lauren Boebert is, because I could see myself doing some of this stuff. But PDA, what is your PDA policy?
What's your PDA policy? Okay.
And apparently it goes up and down throughout a long-term relationship. I don't know. The worst I've ever done was, I think I made out in the middle of a crowded bar, and like I was like 21 or 22.
But was that your policy, or you just got?
I
you
was
just-
drunk, and I was just, yeah. And she was, attractive. And I think I was attractive then, too. And sometimes that happens, but I feel like a bar, that's where you'll find someone drunkenly making out, right?
I feel maybe I'm a prude, but it's weird to me when people are really going at it in public.
Yeah.
It's
agree.
weird to me.
Why? Because you kind of want to watch a little bit or be
No,
a part
No,
of it?
I don't. And
No,
I don't
here's
want
what
to
I'll
see.
tell
I
you.
kind of want to cut
No.
in like a dance. Like, hey, can
No,
I
no,
mind if
you
I?
can't do. I don't want
Most
that at all.
people, when they are that drunk that they're getting it on like that, it usually is not truly appealing. It's a little sloppy.
I feel like it's amateur hour. Like you're just being an amateur, man. Do it right. Get a room. Do whatever. Don't, or whatever. Just a car or something. Don't be an amateur.
512-834-0937. We want to know
No
what is
tongue.
should you
Please,
have
no
a
tongue.
PDA policy?
My PDA policy now is, I think, a handhold around the waist or something. And even, I'll let this one go, and I think this is as far as I'll go. If she's mine and we've been together for a while, I'll slap a booty in public. Go on, girl, go on. Make us a plate.
I will absolutely give some patience, and I will also give extra to a couple if it seems like they've tried to extricate themselves from the middle of everything. Does that make sense?
Yeah, everything but extricate.
If you see a couple and they're in between the cigarette machine and a dark corner, they've kind of gotten out of it, and then you could even see you're like, oh, that guy's got his fingers somewhere. But everyone seems happy about it. But I'm like, all right, you kind of peeled out in this bar over into the dark corner. Mm-hmm. But when it's at table 23 or something right in the middle, sometimes I'm like, oh, come on.
I'm a voyeur. I'll watch. I'll sneak a peek.
Will you get horned up?
Not really. I kind of need physical touch for that, but I'm like, that's
come
hot.
on over
let's
here,
see where
big
this,
guy.
Let's see where this goes.
I think we might see more and more of it because we are turning more and more into a European type society where, young people tend to live at home well into their 30s in Europe until they get married. So they have to go out into the streets in Italy and get their makeout on, right? Because there's no house to go to.
Right.
There's no apartment to go to. You got all these roommates.
Well, in some cases, the parent follows behind you. If the movies are correct,
Well, not for all, but not for
you go out. You go
not for digital
no,
blasting.
Well, that's after that's.
Are y'all
far into
completely disgusted with
Yes.
this Lauren Boebert?
No,
Oh, what does she do again?
You didn't see the video of her?
she kind of gives a little. It's an over the pants, isn't it?
She's kind of groping a little bit her boyfriend, and I think he's like rubbing
He's kind of getting his
under,
hands in there.
maybe over the bra. Under, I don't
No,
know.
he
And
goes.
where's this
he
at a
goes
ball game or
under bra.
what?
That's
Because
what
every
I
once
No,
in a
Broadway
while,
show.
every once in a while you'll see footage from a camera at a baseball game that catches something in the stands.
Now, this is one of those things, too, where it's like, look, if you're in the back row at a movie theater, I don't really even have a problem with it. In fact, it's like I almost get it. We
I'm
were all at
jealous.
junior high.
I'm jealous.
That's not so public though, because it is a dark room.
They're right
and
on the
off
aisle.
street.
They're right on the. Apparently, like the people behind them had to lean forward, and they were like, "Can you please stop what you're doing?"
Definitely not while I'm eating, by the way, too. Don't lean across the table and start making out.
I don't think you're supposed to eat in a Broadway theater, though.
No.
So I want to know your fellas. What's your PD? If the lady is reaching over,
But that's not affection. That's public display of
How is that
sexuality.
not affection?
Affection is like. Affection means affection. It's not. Affection is not sexual.
I think it's
You're-
all under that umbrella.
I don't think so. You can call it something else. Public display of sexuality. maybe. But a public display of affection is holding hands.
A kiss can be
kissing
sexual
on-
depending on
But you
how
have to understand,
long it is.
kissing
For
on the
Bob,
cheek.
when there's sex involved, there's no affection.
says the man. Who? I'll let you know tonight.
Why did that make you so defensive?
I don't
It was
know.
a dumb joke.
'Cause I think I'm the only one in here getting any. Be honest with. I'll be completely honest with
Hey,
you.
there's 5 of us. All right.
Well, I'm not.
All right.
I can't have that conversation. But I'm saying, I'm going to look up the definition of affection because
And
I just think it's different than what you guys are talking about.
so where do you draw the line? A kiss? What if she kisses you with tongue in public? Is that
No.
okay?
You're saying
no
Absolutely
tongue?
not.
No kiss with a tongue in public?
That's ridiculous. Who needs to see that?
Wow.
No, wow, dude. Everybody's with 90% of the people out there are with me.
I don't think so.
8340937.
8340937.
They're with me. You don't want to. I don't want to see tongue. I don't want to see any moisture.
I'm not asking for any groping or a booty grab or nothing like. I'm talking about just a long.
No, a peck or holding hands. Okay, that's it.
No
You go
fluids
for
should be
No,
exchanged.
it shouldn't be.
I will say
shouldn't be making out.
I think that's what it is. It's when I see the heavy open mouth. Here's the deal.
I'll
Sometimes
bite
there's
a
just
lip.
too much tongue in the bar. I understand that. Look. Everyone's been horny at some point in their life.
Yeah, we have.
And everyone's been drunk. And sometimes you put those two things together, and it's you end up in Clown Town when it's all said and done, right? And it can be a little much. And I
You
want to
guys
give a
have lost-
pass to somebody, and then sometimes they come to their senses after 2 minutes and they're like, "Oh crap, why don't we get out of here?" But also, your brain changes too because I'm an adult. If something like that started happening downtown, I'd be like, "Hey, we're right next to the W. Let's go get a room." Do you know what I'm saying? So when people say, "Get a room, you two," I'd be like, "Oh, you're right. I could get points on my credit card for that. Maybe I have enough points so I can get the room for free." Things change throughout your life. When I was in my 20s, I won't use her name, but the young lady who just
She listening?
reached out and laid one on me, and no, I don't think she doesn't live here anymore. I'm going to have to leave the show for a second while I think about something.
All right, so no tongue. I'm trying to think of what because I'm feeling like it's a little Hank Hill handshake at the wedding cake type feel of prudism. So I don't know
We've got
what's
young
allowed.
people in here. It may have bothered the two young people again this morning. I'm sorry, we've leaned on you heavily this morning, but you may have more patience for a PDA kind of thing. I'm assuming you guys go to parties. It's college. There's definitely going to be a lot of people making out in the corners and a lot of handsy games, right?
Yep.
And there's probably some patience for it. Like you don't see it as much of like a come on, enough of that.
I feel like at a party or like out, it's different. Like
Different.
If you're at like a party. But like other than that, I feel like I don't ever really see people doing
Like, if
PDA
you went-
other than like holding hands or something.
If you were to go to Texas Roadhouse
yeah.
and somebody's laying another person down on all those peanut shells and getting to town over there over a bread pudding, you'd be like, hey, that's not for the Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Take that to what's a dirtier restaurant in San Marcos?
Hooters.
Take
Or
that
what
to
is
the
it?
Hooters.
54th.
There's Hooters.
Street.
54th Street is a
No,
family
what's it called?
restaurant.
Twin Peaks.
Well, it's
Look what you
because
did.
you're making
Twin Peaks.
families.
I meant
Take
Twin
that,
Peaks.
Take that down to Twin Peaks.
You could probably make out at the Applebee's bar. It's anything goes at the Applebee's bar.
The problem with
Applebee's
the
are like old people.
Yeah.
Like retirees, I feel like.
Yeah, that's where Chewy hangs out. Here's the thing about the Applebee's bar, too, that makes it difficult. There's always too much light in there. The Applebee's bar, I don't understand. Do they do surgeries in there?
It's a family. It's a family establishment.
But
They're
no
trying to
bar
keep
should
it
have that
legit.
much light in it.
I know. They shouldn't have a bar anyway.
The
They're
drunks will
Applebee's.
fall asleep if
They
you
should just have
too dark.
drive-through.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. So where are you drawing the line? He won't even kiss his wife in public. Just a little peck.
I'll peck
That's
my
right.
wife in
Yeah.
public.
That's
yeah.
right.
I'm not gonna make out with her.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not making out with my
And
wife
that's
in
the
public.
issue. Then the passion is starting to fade. If you can't make out with your wife in public.
Dude, it's
No.
called
It's
decorum.
called- yes.
It's called decorum. Look it up.
Also, it's
My
called
picture is
respect
there
for
in
my
the-
fellow man.
Yeah.
And nobody wants
Hi,
to
man.
see a couple at my age, which is an established couple.
I'd love to watch you and your wife make out.
Well,
You're a freak.
OnlyFans, my friend, but you got to pay. You got to pay $20 a month for it. And I hope you forget to cancel.
You're not a good kisser.
You can cancel at any time, but we hope you forget.
Okay, so a peck, that's it. Anything above a peck, she
Hand-holding
grabs your
is
booty,
great.
that's it?
I mean, quick
why is she
like that.
grabbing
Come
my
on.
booby and my booty? My
You said
booty.
boo- you said booby,
My
dude.
booty
hey,
in public.
Hey, dude, you said booby.
Well, I mean my river rocks. Why would she do that in public?
Because she loves you. She's attracted
well,
to
love
you.
me at home or love me in.
Oh no, I'm okay with pats and nudges, but they gotta be they gotta be quick and of the moment. But here's the other thing I'll tell you. Most of the time now, I've got 2 kids, and if we've managed to make it out of the house, we're both kind of exhausted.
Pissed off and exhausted.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're doing this because we really should be going through the motion.
When did we think this was a good idea?
But boy, I'll tell you what, like that week that we sent our kids off to the grandparents or whatever, and there's just no kids, you're like, wow, I love this person. We've got energy galore.
This is why we're doing this.
It turns out that people really like each other when their kids aren't around. And whenever you get divorced, you sit the kids down and you say, we want you to know this isn't your fault. But I'm telling you right now, if you come from divorced parents, it's your fault.
It's your fault.
Your parents got divorced because of you. You messed up the relationship. In fact, there's a really good chance if you add up all the dates that your parents also got married because of you.
Right.
Because of you.
So ask for a really big Christmas present because they got a lot of guilt.
Well, you're already
gonna make
getting
you
two.
got to use this knowledge to your advantage, right?
Yeah. That's how that one
They're,
works. I
they're
suppose.
harboring a lot of guilt, and they can release that in the form of a really expensive gift.
I got to figure out how to start bumping all these up together.